You're not tired, you're undisciplined. You are the reason you look the way you look. Wake up, you still have a chance. It always starts with a sound, a beep, a buzz, the gentle nudge of an alarm clock that slowly becomes a scream. You roll over, hand outstretched, eyes barely open, and hit snooze. Again, in that moment, comfort wins. But at what cost? Every time you delay the day, you delay your destiny. Every time you postpone action, you reinforce stagnation. You say you're tired, but it's not your body that's exhausted. It's your discipline that's gone missing. You tell yourself you'll get to it later. You'll change tomorrow. But tomorrow doesn't exist. Tomorrow is the lie comfort whispers when it's afraid of who you could become today. Deep down, you know this. You're not lazy. You're looped, caught in a cycle. One where motivation is optional, but comfort is guaranteed. But here's the truth. Growth never happens where you're comfortable. And the grind? It's waiting outside that bed. Grind over comfort isn't a slogan, it's a decision. It's the battle cry of those who wake up not because they feel like it, but because they have something to prove to themselves. Because the enemy isn't out there. It's not the world. It's not the clock. It's that quiet voice inside that says, 5 more minutes. That's the real alarm. You keep hitting snooze on your dreams and wonder why you feel behind. You scroll through highlight reels while your own life stays paused. And every sunrise that begins with a delay is a day you've already surrendered. But here's the part most won't tell you. You still have a choice. Right now. Not when you're ready. Not when it feels right. Now. That first step, it doesn't need to be big. It just needs to happen. Stop delaying. Just take one step. Think of the ones who rise at 4 a.m. Not because they love it, but because they've been to the bottom of disappointment and they swore they'd never go back. They don't wait for motivation. They own their morning. They kill procrastination with one decision at a time. They know the grind doesn't care how you feel. It only responds to what you do. And that snooze button, it doesn't just steal time. It steals momentum. It turns warriors into sleepwalkers. But not today. Today, you wake up. You rise. You walk into the discomfort. Because on the other side of that resistance is the life you say you want. No more soft steps. No more whispered excuses. Today, you choose. Grind over comfort. And maybe this is the first time you've heard it said like this. Or maybe it's the 100th. Either way, something inside you is stirring. Because the truth doesn't need to be new. It just needs to be heard when you're finally ready to listen. That truth might have been buried under years of delays, doubts, and distractions. But it never left. It's been there, whispering, waiting for the moment you'd be brave enough to act. You've tried shortcuts, you've chased hacks, but nothing replaces the raw power of doing what needs to be done consistently. You don't need more inspiration. You need integrity. You need to become the kind of person who does what they said they would, even when no one's watching. So here you are, on the edge. Again, you could scroll past, or you could stop and decide that this time, you'll do what's hard. You'll choose the grind. You'll break the cycle. Because when you say no to comfort, you say yes to change. This is the moment your new life begins. It won't be glamorous. No one will clap. But you'll know, deep in your bones, that you didn't let comfort win. Not this time. And now that you're listening, there's one more thing. But comfort doesn't just snooze you. It lies to you. And in the next part, we'll face those lies head on. Because that voice inside you, the one you've ignored, it's still there, waiting, asking, wondering if today will be different. And maybe, just maybe, this time, your answer will be yes. You want to win, but you're acting like a loser. Your excuses are why you're broke. You can still choose again, today. There's a mirror you avoid, not made of glass, but of truth. It shows up every time you say, I'll do it tomorrow. But here's the thing. Tomorrow doesn't fix today's patterns. You want progress, but you're tangled in your own justifications. You tell yourself you're too busy, too tired, too overwhelmed. You call it being realistic. But deep down, you know what it really is. Fear in disguise. Excuses are soft lies wrapped in logic. And the more you believe them, the more they cost you. They steal time. They drain confidence. They become your identity. You don't just say the excuse, you become it. You start to confuse rest with avoidance. Boundaries with laziness. You talk about self-care, but what you really mean is self-abandonment. It feels comfortable, but it's not healing. It's hiding. You say it's not the right time. When will it be? You say I'm not ready. But readiness isn't a feeling, it's a decision. Most people never confront this. They just keep running, busy, but not moving, active, but not awake. There was a time you tried, really tried. You showed up early, stayed late, but when results didn't match effort, disappointment crept in. And so you stopped showing up fully, not because you were weak, but because you were wounded. That wound, it never healed. It just got buried under a pile of rationalizations. You made peace with mediocrity. You turned the volume down on your potential until silence felt normal. But today, let's bring it to light. Excuses are expensive. They don't just delay your dreams, they destroy them. Quietly, slowly, without drama. Until one day, you wake up and realize you're far from the person you promised yourself you'd become. And it hurts, because the lie you tell yourself, that you have time, that you're not that bad off, that one day you'll get serious, it's killing your calling. You don't need better excuses. You need deeper honesty. Here's your moment. Look your excuses in the eye and ask, what are you really afraid of? Mini step, start by finishing something. Anything. One thing you've postponed for too long. That's how momentum is born. No more blaming your past, your parents, the economy, the algorithm. It's not about fault, it's about ownership. You've got a life, a chance, a voice. And right now, you can choose. Grind over comfort. That's the mantra. Not because it sounds good, but because it forces change. No more softness, no more stories. Just one moment of truth. You're capable of more, and you know it. This isn't about shame. It's about waking up. And if that makes you uncomfortable, good. That discomfort, it's clarity, it's movement. It's a signal that the old story doesn't fit anymore. You're not broken. You're just overdue for change. And today, not next week, not when it's perfect, today is the only deadline that matters. No more excuses. You can keep living in that loop, the one where effort feels wasted, and so you choose nothing. Or you can break it. How? Decide that you're no longer available for mediocrity. If you want to own your morning, stop negotiating with the snooze. Stop making deals with your doubts. Start small, but start, because action is the antidote to anxiety. There's a version of you that's unstoppable, but it doesn't come from motivation. It's built by showing up when it's hard. So give yourself that gift. Choose now. Move now. Be honest, brutal, and kind with yourself. The discomfort you feel, it's not your enemy. It's your GPS. It's pointing to the very thing you must face if you want to rise. Discipline isn't about rigidity. It's about remembering what matters when your feelings fade. And that's where power is built, in the mundane, in the quiet, in the decision to begin again every single day. This is how you reclaim your power. Not in one giant act of motivation, but in the tiny moment you stop lying to yourself. In the next part, we'll meet that discomfort with purpose. Because the grind doesn't just ask you to act, it dares you to become someone new. Discipline isn't the enemy. It's the door. Not the kind of discipline that punishes, but the kind that frees. The kind that builds bridges between who you are and who you want to be. We think freedom means doing what we want. But real freedom, it comes from doing what must be done. That's the paradox. The more disciplined you are, the more power you have. Because discipline means you're no longer a prisoner of mood, of comfort, of distraction. It means you don't wait for motivation. You move because it's time. It's waking up at 5 a.m. not because you love it, but because you love what it creates. It's choosing the hard path today so that life gets lighter tomorrow. Discipline is deciding, again and again, that your future deserves your effort. And here's what nobody tells you. Discipline feels awkward at first. It's not natural. It's not exciting. It's inconvenient. But that's where your strength is born. Every time you do what you said you'd do, even when no one's watching, you reclaim your power. Discipline isn't about perfection. It's about permission. Permission to rise, to fail, to try again, to get it wrong and come back stronger. It's the daily whisper. I'm not here to be comfortable. I'm here to become. So start small. Show up, even when you don't feel like it. Even if it's messy, even if it's slow, because every small act of discipline is an act of rebellion against your old story. Grind over comfort. That's how you break patterns. That's how you write a new ending. Mini step? Pick one non-negotiable and protect it. Just one. Wake up when you said you would. Keep that promise to yourself. Discipline is the muscle that carries your dreams when motivation runs out. It's the voice that says, I don't feel ready, and moves anyway. And when it gets hard, because it will, remember, difficulty is data, resistance is a sign. It means you're not stuck, you're stretching. So lean in, breathe through the friction. Let discomfort be your proof that you're building something real. Your comfort zone has no miracles, but discipline, it holds the keys to the life you pretend you don't want, because it scares you. Own it, start it. Don't wait for perfect, because on the other side of this next act of discipline is the life you've been avoiding. And here's the truth most ignore. Discipline is the quiet architect of all transformation. It's not loud, it doesn't beg for attention, but it leaves evidence in your energy, in your confidence, in your clarity. Discipline clears space. It strips away the noise and gives you back your focus. You stop reacting to life and start directing it. It becomes how you build peace, not by avoiding chaos, but by staying grounded inside it. You won't always feel proud, but you'll feel aligned. And that alignment is the birthplace of real confidence. It's not the results that build you, it's who you have to become in order to keep showing up. Grind over comfort. Not once, but daily. That's the rhythm of someone becoming unstoppable. You've come this far, don't quit now. This is the stretch where most people give up. But you've seen what you're capable of when you choose structure over surrender. Mini step, recommit today. Set one new standard. Honor it. Let it be the proof that this time, you're not turning back. Because when you live with discipline, you're not just managing your life, you're designing it. And we're not done yet. In the next part, we'll talk about what happens when you stop surviving and start building. You've made it this far, not because it was easy, not because you always felt ready, but because something inside you refused to settle. That fire, it's still burning. And now, there's no turning back. You've tasted what it feels like to show up. You've seen who you could be if you stopped making excuses. You've glimpsed the life that's waiting on the other side of effort. Grind over comfort. You've said it before, but now it's more than words. It's your blueprint. It's your compass. The world won't always understand your path. They might call it extreme, too much, too intense. Let them. Because while they sleep in, you rise. While they scroll, you sweat. While they hesitate, you move. You're not soft anymore. You don't chase motivation, you chase growth. That means early mornings, hard conversations, unseen work, uncelebrated wins. But it also means peace, self-trust, energy that doesn't disappear when life hits. You own your mornings. You stay relentless. You've stopped asking for easy and started demanding more from yourself. And no, you're not perfect, but you're consistent. You keep choosing structure over surrender, discomfort over distraction, vision over validation. You don't wait for the right moment, you create it. This isn't a challenge anymore. It's your identity, and it's just the beginning. So take this energy, this clarity, and build something real. Not later, now. No more loops, no more self-betrayal, no more waiting. You've got breath in your lungs, you've got fire in your gut. So what are you gonna do with it? Will you keep going when it stops being exciting? Will you keep grinding when no one claps? Will you stand tall when no one notices? That's what greatness is. Quiet, repetitive, unshakable action. It's not about proving anything to the world. It's about proving to yourself that you are who you say you are. This path, it won't hand you results overnight, but it will make you undeniable. Keep building, keep sweating, keep rising. Let your discipline make the noise. Stay relentless, stay awake, stay true. And when the day feels heavy, when doubt creeps in, come back to your compass. Grind over comfort. Let it remind you who you've chosen to become. Let it cut through the fog. Let it anchor you, because you're not the same anymore. You've evolved. You've shown up. You've earned this clarity. And what you do next will echo in your health, your career, your relationships, your legacy. This isn't just another video. This is the line you draw, the one that says, I won't go back. So breathe in, feel that quiet resolve in your bones, and move, because now you know what to do. Will you? And if you're wondering whether one person can make a real change, start with yourself. That's where all movements begin. The difference between the life you have and the one you want isn't luck. It's your habits, your ability to rise when it's hard, to move when no one's watching. You've already proven you're capable. Now you get to prove you're committed. You don't need anyone's permission to be great. You just need to keep showing up. Grind over comfort isn't just a phrase, it's your edge. It's the code you live by when everything else tries to pull you back. And if you ever forget who you are, come back to this moment, this feeling, this fire. You're not behind, you're right on time, and you're ready. And when that alarm rings tomorrow, don't just wake up, rise. Not out of habit, but with hunger. Not just because you said you would, but because your future is waiting on you. Your grind is a quiet prayer, your consistency, a love letter to the life you're building. Most people quit when it gets inconvenient. But you double down. You make discomfort your home. Because you know ease never changed anyone. Grind over comfort. Say it again. Let it fuel you. Let it humble you. Let it carry you. Every step forward is proof that the old you no longer runs the show. And as you become who you were always meant to be, remember, you're not doing this alone. You are part of a movement, a mindset, a mastery. So walk tall, show up like your future depends on it, because it does. And if today is the only day you've got, make it count. With you, every step of the way. Mindset Mastery Hub.